Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the largest bridge fortress defense of the Clone Wars, with thousands of battle droids launching an assault on a heavily guarded clone army bridge fortress. And it's not just one bridge, it's a series of connected bridges that the clone troopers are going to be defending, and the droids have to island hop over choke point after choke point to try and take out the heavily guarded fortress. Can the clone trooper army defend against thousands of droids onslaughting them all at once through these red woods? Or will the clone trooper army fail and the droids prevail victorious? If you guys enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below if you would like to see some more Men of War Assault Squad 2 Star Wars Galaxy at War mod in the future. Now let's get into this thing. Real quick, huge thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. They have literally the best deals in gaming. I use it all the time. If you like Star Wars games, Lego Star Wars for $2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 for $9. One of my favorite Star Wars games, Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, $1.70. If you want to play the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, Men of War Assault Squad 2, $3. Extremely popular games can be up to 99% off. Link in the description below. Thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into the video. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and press start here. We're starting off in slow-mo due to the sheer number of clones and droids on the battlefield. It will generate some lag, especially with all of this laser fire getting spammed out right now. Absolutely astronomical number of shots going across the battlefield. We got the ATTE off in the distance there, hiding behind a tree. It's such a skinny tree. I think the droids might be able to see that ATTE. I'll be honest, that camouflage ain't doing anything for it. But that thing is going to probably get hundreds of kills on the battlefield. Right now, AATs are firing some of their main cannon shots towards it, trying to eliminate that thing before it devours their droid infantry back here. But you can see droids getting dropped left and right. A lot of that probably due to the ball turrets on front of the ATTE, but also we've got E-web turrets on the bridge over there, snipers, we've got all sorts of weaponry for the clones. There's even a particle turret over that way, though I think it is out of range. I don't think it'll be able to really fire at the droids until the droids actually hit the bridges itself. Now over this way, we did have a lot of close proximity clones, but they all seem to be dying relatively quickly here. These guys over here getting grenaded and flushed out by sniper fire. Yeah, the bottom defenses over this way get crushed almost immediately, but this is the strongest the droids will be all game. The droids need to take advantage of the fact that they have multiple AATs pumping out fire for them right now, and thousands of droids pushing forward simultaneously. That is their big saving grace at the moment, fighting against a very powerful first bridge for the clones. The further back we go, the less powerful the clone bridges will become, but also the less powerful the droids will be because they will dwindle in terms of numbers overall. Now, this map was made by the legendary map creator Rollum for the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, and he offered it to me exclusively, so thank you to him for that. But it should be up on the Steam Workshop today or in a couple days when he gets around to it after this video goes up. So huge shout out to Rollum. He makes some incredible Clone Wars maps and Galactic Civil War maps, etc., etc. He does it all, and they all turn out incredible. So I'm super excited about this one and happy to play it on the channel early before its full release date. But not to worry, you can get your hands on it too on the Steam Workshop for Star Wars Galaxy at War mod once he releases it. Either way, droids seem to be going a little bit quiet here. So are the clones. There's a lot less fire going on right now. When we go ahead and bump it up a speed here, it seems like the clones have lost pretty much all their infantry on this first bridge, and now it's just that ATTE off in the distance. The droids do have a lot of bazooka troopers. I don't think they're close enough right now, so instead it's just kind of this ATTE dueling with AATs off in the distance here. Oh, one clone jumped up there and got met with hundreds of laser shots all at once right there, it seems. Let's actually see how many kills this ATTE has gotten at this point in time. 160! That's insane, just from this ATTE. That is absolutely bonkers. but it is getting shelled constantly now by the droids. I think it will go down relatively soon. Let's actually just go ahead and bump it up to full speed with there being very little fire going on except for between the tanks. The lag is not too bad. Actually, they tear down this small building here, exposing all of the clones on the inside, who quickly start to fire back at the droids, but end up getting clapped. Rip the dream. AAT off in the distance blows up, but this ATTE is now on fire, and one more shot takes it out. The droid bazookas get close enough to start killing. Absolutely brutal. Now the droids just need to mount the bridge and get going up here to eliminate the rest of the clone troopers on this early first platform for themselves here. The clones are getting absolutely walloped by incoming fire now. By the way, these are large fuel tanks, which I believe can explode if direct hit enough times. I don't know how many times that is or anything like that, but it seemed like it got direct hit a few times and didn't explode, so maybe I'm wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure those can explode on the battlefield. Maybe it wasn't a direct hit and maybe it was just a close hit. Either way, particle turret over here, not really firing at all. Does it even have any kills? Yes, it's got 10 kills and 1 vehicle kill. There we go. Now it is firing onto the bridge itself over there. Also got an E-Web turret over this way. It must be out of range right now because it is not really firing. A few clone trooper survivors around here. This guy had a grenade out but ends up getting blown up before he can go ahead and toss it. We do still have some clones behind this building here and a few on the interior, but a lot of them did die. One droid did breach the walls of the building right there and ended up getting gunned down. I think this right here could end up being a pretty good kill zone for the clones since they've got all these troopers on this bridge and this bridge ready and able to fire at the droids once they mount on up there. Although I will say they still can get their tanks up here if they stop derping. So that could be a major threat to the clones if the droids do get that up there. These droids getting shot at from both the right side and the left side, so there's really no good cover for these droids right now over this way. They're just trying to kind of hide in these snowbanks to avoid the fire, and that is not working out too well for them. Back here, these clones also firing through these windows, which is pretty sick, at the droids. Look at that. That is a skillful shot right there, actually eliminating a number of the droids through 2 different windows. Firing through the outside window on the back wall and then the side wall as well. That's nuts. Good for him, man. Absolute skill shot. These droids over here are actually managing to get some decent shots out. The clones are concentrating their fire over here more so, it looks like. There are more and more droids dying in this little kill zone right now. But their tanks still have not pushed on up here. It's mainly just droid infantry. Is this particle turret left alive? Yes, it is. This thing is still kicking, although I haven't really seen it fire too much. It must have a very long reload time, which is probably a good thing because it does fire 2 very heavy, large HE shells simultaneously, which can just do devastating damage on a battlefield like this, where it's just such tight choke points that the droids are going to have to be coming through here. Oh! That was maybe one of the particle turret shots right there. I'm not entirely sure. Might have been. Might not have been. Who knows? Alright, these droids, though, are getting clapped pretty wholeheartedly right now. The clones back here have not taken really any losses at the moment, and the clones on the left side over here are just kind of taking care of business. We do have AATs moving off to this side. It looks like they're trying to almost do some, like, protective fire or support fire on the back side over there. They're not coming up the bridge, even though I think there's enough room for them to get up to here at the very least and then wiggle around and go there. But that's a lot of complicated pathfinding for some very dumb AI in this game. So I'm not sure they'll actually manage to do that. More and more droids, though, dying as they continue to try and push up this way. There's still an absolute boatload of droids back here and over here. So this battle is far from over. Still 1,000 droids or so left alive on the battlefield, probably. The clones are going to have to deal with them. But right now it is a trickle in of droids that they are fighting, so it's really not too horrible of a deal for them to deal with. Why don't we go ahead and watch over here for a little bit in a time lapse as the droids come forward slowly but surely, because it might take a little bit for this battle to ramp up again. Alright, about 2.5 minutes went by right there. The droids have pushed up this way a lot farther. These clones still alive over here, which is kind of crazy that they're still kicking it. And clones to the right side still alive, as well as this particle turret, which is checking on the kill count. 16 kills, 1 vehicle kill. So that thing really isn't shredding as much as I thought it was going to. These droids up here are getting decent fire out, but very poor results. Only a kill or 2 on this bridge platform that the clones are currently holding. I mean, it's tough when there's so much cover that the clones have access to over here. I mean, they can just spam fire through a tiny little needle point and guarantee hits, while the droids have to get particular angles to hit the clones from those points. So it makes it just, yeah, a little bit more touchy for the droids attacking over here. A brutal fight for sure right now going on. Doesn't help that there's also a ton of droids in the water over here and under the water too. You could kind of see them swimming on the minimap. You could see them, and same being over here, that just aren't helping at the moment. These droids up here, the vanguard droids as it were, just really not enough to push through and get the W. Let's watch a little bit longer here. Oh, we have a development. It looks like an explosion set the ATTE upwards, and so now the droids are able to go under it. I don't know if this is going to help or hinder them, to be completely honest with you. There is an influx of droids coming on forward here. It looks like a lot of them from back here might have finally gotten a grip and started to push forward, so this could be the steam the droids need to get going and maybe start a comeback on this battlefield. They are pushing forward pretty vigorously. We just need to make sure. Oh, that's some of the napalm bombs. Okay, never mind. Oh, it's over. Oh, it's over. We got some fiery droids here. We got some fiery droids. That is bad. That killed a lot of droids, I think. Yikes. Okay. They couldn't have blown that up when the clones were all stationed here? I guess not. I don't know. Particle turret is finally dead. Good for the droids, I guess. 19 kills, 1 vehicle kill. I guess it did do pretty well. These clones over here are probably going to die. I think the droids will manage to get past this point here, finally. Took them quite a while. A lot of dead droids in the process. If you look at the minimap, blue are clones alive, red are droids alive. If you look at the battlefield, red are dead droids. Oh god, the other napalm bomb. Oh my goodness. Guys, this is not good. You need to stop dying. Yellow are dead clones, red are dead droids. Droids have lost thousands of troopers. Clones have lost a few hundred at this point. Nothing too crazy. Got a small warehouse back here. Oh, look at this. The explosion destroyed the bottoms of the trees, but the tops are just floating in the air now. Okay. Sure. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, these droids over here are taking some more losses on this bridge. We do have a sniper position over this way. There were some E-webs, they died. But we do have 4 snipers with DC-15Xs over this way. They are firing away, getting some nice kills, but the droids snipe back and actually make some pretty fast progress here. Kind of surprised. The droids are doing quite well right now all of a sudden. Over the last few minutes, they were doing absolutely horribly, and now they are taking names. They are done messing around. They are going to get some serious kills, it seems, right now. Look at that. They wipe out almost the entire warehouse very, very efficiently without even losing too many droids in the process. That's crazy. Okay, so the droids are going to have to come through here. There will be some choke points in this area that I think the clones will be able to hold a bit better. That's another flammable structure right there. There's also some clones behind the warehouse that might be in decent positions, and then we got the next bridge here, which actually some loss is already going on. There's some snipers from the clones also firing all the way back here, but the return fire is actually doing collateral damage to a lot of these guys, so that's not good. And then this is the backmost point on the left and the backmost point on the right over there. So I still think the clones have a very good shot at winning this. The droids are still very down in terms of numbers, but I will say they all of a sudden have some serious gusto going. They are attacking with gumption. They want to make this happen after getting absolutely trampled for the first 20 minutes of this battle. And they might just do that. Look at this. They've actually killed most of the troops on this small clone bridge right here. That is shocking. Holy smokes. Okay, wow. Either way, guys, I did want to mention before I forget that there is a brand new members only video. It's with Plastic Scott. It's about an hour and a half long, and it's us playing squad, and it is absolutely goofy. It is a goofy video, but it's very fun. So all the channel members out there, thank you for being channel members, and that video is out right now if you'd like to go check it out. Either way, additional clone troopers getting dropped inside this little warehouse factory over here. These guys back here are perfectly safe, but if that goes off, I think there could be some serious problems for the clones. The droids are just clapping. They are doing so well all of a sudden. Oh my god, and they're rocketing the interior of the warehouse there. Too many explosions could set off a number of these explosive cannons, so both the droids and the clones have to be careful of that because there's some on both sides now, and they would be devastating to either side. If the clones could blow up these three right here, it'd be like a nuke going off against these droids, although I don't know how exactly they managed to do that the last couple times, because it seemed like the fight was going on for a very long time before those ended up blowing up last time, so I have no idea. These clones around the corner here, though, I have some pretty high hopes for. They could get some very good angles on some of these droids and potentially get some serious kills going against them. I think that could be a good way of eliminating large quantities of droids nice and quick. These droids coming through the middle right now. We do still have good backup for the clones along that bridge over that way. And this bridge over here, managing to get some good crossfire in there, and it is getting some results as a number of droids are dying in the process of trying to cross through into the warehouse itself here. Oh, that clone finally bites the dust right there. Rip to my boy. This guy also dying, so this angle isn't working out. This exploded at some point. I didn't even notice, and it didn't kill the clones on it, so that's interesting. I don't know how they all managed to live through that, but they did. And now they can shoot through this a little bit and kill the clones on the opposite side of it. So that's no longer a great angle of cover for them. And this E-Web turret hasn't fired once from what I can tell. So that's a disaster too. How's the left side doing? Left side over here doing okay. All those snipers over there died a while back. These guys are still vibing. But the droids might be able to take this without too many additional losses going forward here. As you can see, red are dead droids, yellow are dead clones, and at the top left on the minimap, red are droids that are left alive, and blue are clone troopers that are left alive. This is actually getting pretty close, I will say. The droids are kind of cruising through right now and getting some serious kills against clones. Nice little droid popper getting thrown out there. Oh, it wasn't a droid popper, it was just a thermal. Okay, well, hey, you know what? I like the attempt from the clones, though I don't think it has resulted in any kills, really. More droids pushing through this way. Seems like they're really hell-bent on attacking this rightmost platform over here. They've already gotten a lot of kills over on these guys, but there's more to come further back here. DC-15X snipers trying to do some supportive fire to the front lines of the clones. I'm not sure how effective that is being. There are some explosive barrels right there. I'm just saying, hit them a couple times and you could have a very nice big boom boom. Take out a lot of droids inside of there. There's also some over this way. Again, they must have been shot a few times. So how many shots does it take to ignite those things, truly? Because I have no freaking idea at this point. That is kind of insane. That those are still standing and the other ones stood for so long before blowing up. The droids are getting kind of stuck in here. I don't think this will be like their death point. I don't think this is going to be a spot where they're going to completely fizzle out and die, though it is a little bit rough for them. There's a lot of crossfire going on right now. They are losing a lot of droids, but they're also keeping the pressure on the clones. Why don't we watch this position for a little bit? Okay, huge number of clones end up dying right there pretty swiftly. The ones further back here still alive and still keeping the fight going, but a lot of droids did die in the process. We've also got droids pushing the left side now, getting some very good exchange fire with the clones opposite them over here. There is a nice anti-infantry gun over this way. This thing might not be in range. Oh no, it is firing. Never mind. It's got one vehicle kill. How did you get a vehicle kill? I have no idea. There's only AATs for the droid, so I really don't know. These clones are actually getting clapped really bad right now, dude. this is not going well. The like last few droids are dominating the battlefield somehow. The clones are getting absolutely crushed from a very small number of droids. It's rather shocking. The clones need to make the comeback, man. This position over here is still alive, though they're not really the main target of the droids right now. They seem to be going for this warehouse over here, which is stacked with clones. There's a lot of clones over there. Oh, never mind. Now the droids are pivoting to the right side again. They don't seem to be very decisive in where they want to attack. Now they're going left. Pick a lane, boys. Pick a lane. What are we doing here? Oh, now they're rerouting completely. Where are you guys heading off to? Oh, the shots get fired over on the right side over here, so that is going to decide their fate for them. They're going to full push this side of the battlefield over here. Clones defending with a multitude of guns going off. Big explosion takes out an entire blockade of clones right there. Like, the droids are performing better than I've ever seen them perform after an absolutely abysmal start to the battle. This is crazy. It's like they got all juiced up between battles, man. Oh, more rockets going out. Be careful of those explosive barrels there, clones. That could really do a number on you if one of those rockets hits that. But then again, who knows the fire point of these barrels? They have been absolutely crazy this entire battle. E-Web turret over here spamming out fire. We love to see that. Yes, sir. Keep her going. Clones are getting some kills, which is nice to see. Nothing too crazy right now. The droids do seem to be overpowering them a little bit. I think the droids will manage to take out this defense overall against the clone troopers. It's just a matter of the left defense after this. Yeah, I don't think the clones stand too much of a chance over here. They just don't really have the numbers to accomplish a solid defense. This side, though, could be a little bit better. That anti-infantry gun ended up dying. Droids do be kind of derping again. They do be kind of derping. What's the game plan here, boyos? They don't seem to know what to do. All right, they're gonna push, and there we go. They start their attack again, this time a little bit closer to the clone troopers. We've also got some crossfire over here from clones, which is great to see. More rockets going off from the droid bazooka units. Oh, what was that grenade? What was that granata right there? More droids dropping over here. They might have gotten a little too close. A little too zesty. Because now the clones are finding their shots, getting good accuracy against these droids. Whoop! Rocket fire harmlessly passes overhead. Could have been a disaster, though. I'm telling you, these flame barrels, they really spice up the battlefield. Except they've only seemed to work against the droids and haven't done much against the clones at all. Alright, droids are also sniping to the left now too, and they have collided with a few of these clones over here. Rip to the boys. Alright, still a few clone troopers left alive over here. The droids stall out their attack again. Oh, there we go. There's a little bit more fire once more. Why don't we time-lapse over here for a little bit? Alright, boys, the droids over here have been kind of just deadlocked in a skirmish with the clone troopers. Not a lot of progress has happened for the droids in terms of territory. I think they eliminated, yeah, a couple more clones over here. The last resistance over there. There's a few clones over this way, and then these clones over here still alive. But really, the droids are dwindling in numbers. They have barely anything left. A few very high veterancy droids. That one's got 8 kills. This one's got 12. This one's got none. This one's got 2. This one's got none. 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 Okay. A few, very few high kill droids, but they might have been the ones to really lead this push forward because they went on an absolute tear, but I think finally the clones might be getting the victory. I think they probably deserve here after such a hard-fought battle, but you never know. The droids did go on a crazy tear before with limited numbers, and they might do it again and seize the day. We'll see. Why don't we time-lapse back here, though, because it's pretty slow going right now. Okay, droids do pull through and take out this clone island here. Oh no, these guys are still back here actually. So there's a few clones still alive. Are they gonna eliminate that droid, or what are we doing here? What? What? There must be a hitbox on this ship that's like preventing them from shooting them or something. Then we've also got crossfire with this island over here. Probably not the wisest way for the droids to approach this, but it's what they're doing. It's what we got. And these clones over here. Oh, they lose a clone. There must be a hitbox here because I don't understand why else they wouldn't just shoot that droid right there. I do not understand. Make no sense. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty slow going at the moment. The clones, even if they lose that island, they still have a huge number of troopers over here. I think it's a guaranteed clone victory here, hopefully, but you never know. You never know in these kinds of battles. These guys just kind of chilling. Droids. Okay, they're going to walk away from that situation and potentially attack the other side? Is that your game plan? Or are you going to get drawn back into that fight? I don't know. Let's go fast speed here. Oh! They got drawn back in, naturally. Okay, so they're going to reinvigorate their attack over here, but this is super derpy. Oh, nope, they're going back here now. They are indecisive. Wow. All right, someone needs to fire so they don't move back. There we go. Let's go. All right, clones eliminate one droid up front there. And they're spamming fire against the other droids back this way. I think we are going to be seeing the end of the Confederacy on this planet today. Oh, droids take a moment to heal. Smart move, smart move. And it goes quiet again. The droids, I don't think, have even close to enough troopers to make this happen, but they're still somehow in this thing, and the clones are still somehow struggling against them. I think it's mainly because the remainder of the droids are sniper units, and the clones don't have that many sniper units, so the clones are just kind of fighting against a superior weapon at the moment, which is not helpful for them. More droids died over here, more pushing forward now. Yeah, it's really just cleanup time now for the clones. There we go, they get some more kills against those droids. Is that it? No, there's a couple more droids over here, and there's also a few back here that never came forward. Might as well just, like, time-lapse to the end here for a little bit so the clones can get the final kills. Alright guys, and there we go. The clones get a defiant W with just pretty much one island remaining and a few troopers on the other one. Yellow are dead clones, red are dead droids. The droids went on a power play at the very end there, but their losses at the beginning were too great to overcome, and a lot of the bodies were deleted by tanks and explosions, so it's even more than what we're seeing here. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.